this is going to be my thorough review of the Carbon Pro Team Pickleball Backpack. I have been using it for about a year, nonstop. Basically, it's held up really well, and I love it. It's an 8.5 out of 10, but there are one or two things that I would change if I could, and so maybe they would be deal breakers for you. So let's dive in. So here's what I'm gonna do. A 60-second overview, a full tour up close inside the bag and out, and then I'll just give you my own pros and cons list and a final verdict. 60-second overview first. The materials are really great. Off the chart, well-made. Materials are fantastic. There is a ton of space for lots and lots of paddles, more than I think the average person needs, period. It is extremely comfy to wear. However, the water bottle holders have been very frustrating and disappointing. And the way that these inside pockets, which I'll show you in just a second, the way that the inside pockets work and that the zippers right here work is not optimal. It's not terrible, but it's not good either. It's confusing, it's weird, and it's kind of hard to use sometimes. But overall, 8.5 out of 10. I really love this. I have no desire to switch backpacks. This one is for me. Okay, let's do a full tour. You should note that right now it's actually loaded with all of my stuff that I use when I go play pickleball. Okay, we'll start from the outside in. Top down, maybe. So, hooks on the very top where you can obviously hook it to the fence outside the court. I never ever use these because I just set it down. You'll notice something though, it's actually standing up pretty well, right? It doesn't flop over backwards or forwards, which I really appreciate. Even without the water bottle, it should usually stay up. I'm a big fan of that. I don't like when it flops over. So, outside pocket, there's really only one teeny tiny one here on front. If you look down in there, I usually just have my paddle eraser down in there. Pretty standard, nothing special. This zipper goes to the inside big pocket of the backpack, which is also zippered up here. So this guy, right? There's something I don't like about this. This is that funky part that I mentioned a second ago. When you flip this out, these are like, this is upside down, which is kind of weird. So I guess if you're accessing your backpack like this, laying on its back, yeah, okay, maybe this stuff won't fall out. But if anything's in here, like your wallet and keys, which is what I usually put in here while I'm playing, if this is open for whatever reason, it's upside down. It's kind of weird. And I don't know, would you use it like this? I'm not sure. So there's also this guy, a zippered pocket in here, which I keep nothing in, apparently. And this one right here, clear, so you can kind of see through. I'm gonna shut this now, but actually before I do, you can see just how much space there could be in here. It's actually pretty massive. I have one can of balls. I got a bunch of my sweat towels and recording equipment. And then this is obviously for the shoes, which maybe, well, let's go ahead and take a look at now. I have size 12 men's feet, and I have traveled to a couple of tournaments with my shoes down in here, which is really nice. Little air holes at the bottom here. And even with all this stuff in there and an extra shirt, actually 2 extra shirts, everything fit absolutely fine with room to spare. I mean, this thing is, it's more than enough room than I think most people would need. I think they do have a Carbon tour bag, which is $20, $30 more, but I personally would never ever need that, even for travel. Like, this is just way more than enough. Shoes fit great in here. Again, I'm size 12 men's, and they fit absolutely fine with all this stuff as well. So while we're in here, before we get to the paddles, you'll see 2 zippered clear pockets on the side. You can tell just like I have a bunch of overgrips in there, and I usually have some little plastic things that help me change the grips. Doesn't matter. There's another one which is just empty for me because I don't have that much stuff that I would put in it. Really quick, I'll put these back in here so you can see just what it looks like standing up, I guess. There's this guy. Close the zipper here. I love these zippers, by the way. If you'll zoom in right here, these are high quality zippers. You can tell the good bags, the Carbon bags, from the cheap bags really by their zippers, and these are phenomenal. The sling bag from Carbon also has really, really good waterproof zippers. I don't know if these are waterproof or not, now that I'm looking at it, but they're definitely high quality, and these things are obviously like really nice. I don't know, it makes a difference, right? The zippers can make or break a bag, any bag really. So here's what it looks like from the top. I usually have my just keys in here, my wallet and keys in there. Here's that other pocket that I mentioned earlier. This one would be upside down when you set it on its back, of course, as this one would not be, right? Like this one, up like this is upside down. So if you just open this stuff could just fall out. That's the weird part. Why do they do this? They should just have the zipper up here and up here, or down where this one's at and then down there. So they both face the same direction, but they don't. They face opposite directions, which I think is really weird. So again, just, especially without shoes in it, there's just way more than enough room than I would need. You could fit a full-on 12-pack of balls in there for sure. Plus t-shirts, towels, a bunch of other things. Way more room than I would need. All right, so last pocket here, the paddle pocket. They say this is for laptops, and I guess that's fine. You could travel for laptops. What I'm thinking about doing and what I should do is actually start to store my paddles without the big pads on them. So I have 3 in here right now. I can go get a 4th in a minute if I really need to, but you can, I've traveled with 4 in there, no problem. Like, it's really easy, especially if you take one and if you wanted to store it without this guy in there. This could actually be like a separator too. So this is probably what I should use it for. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, this doesn't go all the way down. I've never actually noticed that before because I haven't traveled with paddles in here, but that actually would not work. Maybe you could twist it to the side. Well, I did not know that. So that is gonna be for not paddles, I guess, the laptop sleeve. But of course, the rest of the thing goes down, and I've like routinely used 3 paddles in here with the big, you know, foam cases or whatever those things are called all the time. And it just fits great. It actually fits 4 of them too. So a lot of paddles, again, more than I personally need. I don't need the big tour bag. I don't really know what I'd do with all that extra space. The very back, these are just really well made. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. They're breathable. This is a huge pad. I mean, this is like way thicker than I would have thought. It's good. It's comfy. These work. You can just use it as a sling, really. The actual sling backpack from Carbon just has one of these, obviously, and you can attach it to either this side or that side. But I mean, whatever. If you're walking any length, you'll probably want the backpack, and I usually just toss it over my shoulder with that anyways. Okay, last thing, the water bottle slots. So these are like, I guess, what was it, thermal insulation? I don't really know, to be honest with you. This one, it has 2 of them, obviously. I usually just have some sweatbands in and some stuff like that because I never have 2 water bottles. So I just kind of like leave those in there. I will say, I literally had to go buy another water bottle that would fit in here. So this is my biggest con, really. It's just the size of this. This is a small, what is that, like 20 ounce? This is a 18 ounce Yeti water bottle that fits fine. It fits fine. It doesn't fit great. It still won't even zip up. This is the smaller one. I usually have a bigger water bottle and it won't fit in, period, right? They should have made this a half an inch bigger, wider, more supportive. You could technically get the bottom of it down in there, but it was like this, right? And even this small one, again, you can't zip up all the way. So all this insulation is kind of useless, I think. Again, for me, this is kind of nitpicky. I don't need a big water bottle. This works fine, but for anybody who has bigger water bottles and doesn't want to buy smaller water bottles, then yeah, it's not going to fit that well. Okay, I'll give you the quick summary. Really, I already basically did the pros and cons. Pros, number 1, space. It's got plenty of space. It even looks a little thin, just I don't have it filled. This thing like expands and it's huge. You can fit a ton of stuff in here, way more than I think most people would need on a daily basis. Number 2, materials. It just feels premium. It looks premium. It functions premium. Zippers are great. This material, I don't even know what it is, but it's great. Plenty of padding on the straps and the back, and the material is just really great. It's not a cheap feeling bag at all. It's really nice. Number 3, plenty of pockets. I'll get to pockets in a second, but even on the interior, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this small one on the exterior right here. So like 6 extra pockets. That's plenty of space to put things in. Cons, really 1, but maybe 1.5. The water bottle holders, I think, should just be bigger. Like, you shouldn't have to downgrade and use a teeny tiny water bottle. I wish they were a little thicker, a little bit more space in there. And then this one maybe is a con, maybe not. The interior pockets and like how those are lined up right here, especially these 2, it just kind of doesn't make sense. There's always one that is upside down. So when you unzip it, things could be falling out, whether it's this way or you're accessing the interior of the bag this way through this outside zipper right here. One of them is always going to be upside down. Super weird. Don't know why they did that, but not a deal breaker, just kind of weird. So there you go. At around $100 US, I think it's a steal. I think it's an 8.5 out of 10 easily. And if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, I guess. Isn't that what I'm supposed to say right now? Like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel? Yeah. Thanks. All right, now we're done.